This happened in the last few months of 2019, something that I can never forget. At the time, I was living in Boone, North Carolina, a small mountain town surrounded by dense forests and stillness that hung in the air. I had rented an old wooden house there, 2 bedrooms, a basement, and a long corridor that connected both rooms. The house was definitely old, but in that silence, there was a strange comfort. Except for one thing. On the wall of that corridor, there was a weird little door. Only about 3 feet high. No handle, no knob. Just flush with the wall, as if someone had tried to hide it on purpose. At first, I thought it might be a crawl space or some electrical panel. But when I read the lease papers, there was a line clearly written.
Don't open the hallway door. That section is sealed for safety.
It started the night I was lying in bed and heard a very faint rustling from the hallway. At first, I brushed it off. Old house, old wood, probably normal. But by the 3rd or 4th night, I heard the same sound again. And this time, it felt like someone was gently pushing that door from the inside. Very slowly, but steadily. One night, a violent storm rolled through. It happens often in the mountains. The power went out, and the rain started pouring heavily. I checked the time. It was about 11:35 at night. The house was completely dark. Then I smelled something strange and rotten. I turned on my phone's light and walked to the hallway to see where it was coming from. That's when I saw it. The small door was half open, just 2 or 3 inches. The smell was coming from inside, damp, dirty, and rotten. And I could feel like someone inside was breathing, slowly. I nervously pointed my flashlight inside, and for a brief moment, I saw a thin, pale hand slip backward into the darkness. I slammed the door shut and dragged a heavy shelf in front of it. My heart was pounding. Everything looked scary in the dark. There was no electricity all night because of the rain, and I couldn't sleep at all because of fear. The next morning, I called the landlord. I told him what I saw. The door opening, the hand, the smell. There was a pause on the line. Then he slowly said,
You open it?
I didn't know what to say. I told him it was already slightly open when I saw it. Another long silence. Then he muttered, almost to himself.
That door should never open.
I asked what he meant, but his tone changed, more casual now, as if trying to backtrack.
You must be imagining things. That door's been sealed for years. It can't open.
I didn't argue, but I knew what I saw wasn't my imagination. After talking to the owner, as I was about to leave for work, that same rotting smell returned. As soon as I smelled it, my heart started pounding. I looked toward the hallway. The shelf had moved a little. The door was open again, just like the night before. I ran over and quickly shut the door, then pushed the shelf back into place. But now I was sure someone was opening that door. The shelf was heavy, and it always took all my strength to move it. No one came into my room from outside, so that meant someone inside the house had moved it. But who? For a few days, things stayed quiet. But then one night, as I turned off my bedroom light and lay down, right next to my ear, someone whispered.
Now you've seen me.
I bolted upright, panicked. My heart was pounding hard, like it was trying to escape my chest. I grabbed my phone, turned on the flashlight, and switched on the room light. The room was empty, but that smell had returned. I walked to the hallway to check the door, but this time it was shut. The shelf stood firmly in place. Everything looked exactly how I had left it. Too perfect. Too still. For a moment, I almost convinced myself it was all in my head, but the air still smelled faintly of rot, and something about the silence felt wrong. But suddenly, my eyes fell on the nearby wall. I saw fresh claw marks, thin, jagged scratches running across the paint, as if made by fingernails. They hadn't been there the day before. I stepped back slowly, heart pounding. I immediately started packing my bag. After packing, I couldn't sleep the whole night. I sat awake with the lights on. Around 5 in the morning, I looked out the window. The sky was still dark. Night hadn't fully let go yet, but I couldn't wait any longer. I walked toward the main door, and that's when I saw it. Something was scratched into the wall. For words, carved deep, as if with something sharp. Why did you close it? The moment I read it, my entire body began to tremble. My legs felt weak. My hands turned cold. In that moment, I knew I had to leave that house. I called the landlord and told him I was vacating. I had paid 6 months' rent in advance, but I didn't care anymore. I mailed him the keys, and I never went back again. Even today, whenever I'm in a dark room and hear the faint creaking of wood or catch the scent of something rotten, I don't look toward the door because I'm afraid maybe it's still watching me.